Every year, it's the Xiaomi Redmi Note series that sort of sets a benchmark in the mid-range segment by introducing new chipsets, features and much more. The Redmi Note 7 Pro that came out in February is no different. Armed with a 48 megapixel camera on the back, a chipset that's geared more towards gamers and much more, the Redmi Note 7 Pro makes some tall claims that required some meticulous testing. Hi, I'm Shubhajit Malik and you're watching Digit.in's review of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7 Pro. So let's begin. Let's start with the design. This is one place where the Redmi Note 7 Pro has parted ways from its predecessors in a big way. For one, it's using reinforced Gorilla Glass 5 on both sides, and while that should ideally deliver higher resistance to drops, our unit did get some deep scratches on both the front and the back simply by keeping the phone in the pocket along with my keys. This is also the first time Redmi experimented with gradient colors. The multicolor gradients are not new in the segment anymore, but it was about time Xiaomi took the plunge in the mid-range segment. The gradient colors add a youthful touch to the phone, which older Redmi phones were starting to lose a bit. You have the Nebula Red and the Neptune Blue, and then a standard black finish which we received for review. It's more muted, but looks just as premium as the other two. Now another new addition is a USB Type-C port on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Once again, it was a feature that was long time coming, and with it Xiaomi brings fast charging support to the Redmi Note 7 Pro. More on that later. Moving on to the display, the Redmi Note 7 Pro shrunk the wide ugly bezel of the Note 6 Pro to a smaller U-shaped dot notch. That allows the display to stretch almost to the edges, although we wouldn't exactly call this display bezel-less. I'm much more comfortable having this dot notch though. It's much less invasive, and over time I managed to look past it when watching videos or playing games on the Note 7 Pro. Xiaomi also claimed to have used a higher quality LCD panel, and the result shows. We registered peak brightness of 537 lux in our lab, while the minimum brightness went all the way down to 5 lux. However, if it's a good panel that you're looking for to watch videos, the AMOLED panel on the Samsung Galaxy M30 is a better choice. Notably, the Note 7 Pro comes with Widevine L1 certification that should ideally allow you to stream HD content from Netflix, Prime Video and other streaming services, but when we checked, that is yet to arrive on them. Now next we look at the performance of the phone. The Redmi Note 7 Pro, like most of its predecessors, introduced a new chipset in its price range. If it was the Snapdragon 636 last year, this time it's the Snapdragon 675. Qualcomm tuned this SoC to aim squarely at gamers and uses the same ARM custom cores as the Snapdragon 855, clocked a little lower. It has an upgraded GPU as well, with an Adreno 612 bringing DirectX 12 support. The chipset is particularly optimized to handle games running on Unity, Unreal and other popular gaming engines. Now the Snapdragon 675 is paired with either 4GB or 6GB of RAM, along with 64GB or 128GB of storage. Now we received the 4GB RAM variant, and in our benchmark tests, the Redmi Note 7 Pro basically blew away the competition by a long mile, be it on Antutu or Geekbench or on 3D Mark. In every case, the Redmi Note 7 Pro scored higher than its peers like the Samsung A30, Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2, Honor 10 Lite and the likes. Even in real-world usage, the Redmi Note 7 Pro gave no grief whatsoever in terms of performance. Apps launched without any noticeable delay, while multitasking gave no problems whatsoever. PUBG Mobile on the Redmi Note 7 Pro runs on high graphics, making it the only device that supports it by default. On Gamebench, we registered steady 39 FPS with 93% stability after a 15-minute session, which is more than what any other mid-range phone presently offers. The in-game optimizations really seem to work. The phone runs on MIUI 10 based on Android 9 Pie. The UI will be familiar to those who have used a Redmi device before. Curiously enough, despite a lot of users complaining, we did not receive random ads on the UI in our 3 to 4 weeks of usage. Finally, let's get to the point which a lot of you guys have been asking about, the camera. More than gaming, we believe the Snapdragon 675 was chosen particularly for its support for a 48 megapixel camera, and that's exactly what the Redmi Note 7 Pro offers, along with a 5 megapixel depth sensor. It rocks the same Sony IMX586 48 megapixel sensor that's there on the more expensive Honor View 20, and some other devices presently. It's different from Samsung's GM1 48 megapixel sensor, and you can see how they compared in the comparison video we did with the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the Vivo V15 Pro. The 48 megapixel sensor is excellent if you shoot with it in the default bin mode. Daylight photos come out sharp and crisp with an extraordinary amount of details. Extraordinary I'm saying because I haven't seen any other mid-range phone offer such good results no matter what the situation. It's primarily because of the larger sensor size, and based on the samples you can see on the screen, we believe the 48MP mode on the phone doesn't make much sense to use. For one, the 48 megapixel mode doesn't register a lot of details when you zoom in, whereas the 12MP mode can offer stellar details. Secondly, the 48MP mode will generate larger file sizes, filling up your storage much faster. The camera also brings an improved night mode that did come in handy when shooting in poor lighting. When in the night mode, the Note 7 Pro takes around 7 shots back to back and fuses them together to bring a brighter, more exposed and stable photo in low light. We have seen the implementation in some other devices as well, but the one on the Redmi Note 7 Pro works quite well. Both the rear and the front cameras are quite adept at taking portrait shots. Xiaomi also treated the mode with additional light filters that adds new effect to the bokeh as well as the background. While it's nowhere close to emulating a DSLR-like experience, it does the job as required. Overall, this is hands down the best camera phone you can buy right now under Rs 15,000. Now finally, let's talk about the battery life of the Note 7 Pro. Like the one before, the Note 7 Pro packs a hefty 4000 mAh battery, which managed to last around 10 hours on a Geekbench battery test, while 15 minutes of PUBG Mobile drained the battery from 67% to 63%. So that's like a 4% drain in 15 minutes. We also watched 30 minutes of Mad Men on Netflix and the battery dropped by 6%. These are not bad numbers at all, and in fact Redmi Note 7 Pro will easily last you well over a day. What annoyed me more was the fact that while the Redmi Note 7 Pro supports 18-watt fast charging using a Quick Charge 4 certified charger, you only get a regular 10-watt fast charger that tops up the phone in around 2 hours. In fact, Xiaomi doesn't even sell a QC4 certified adapter in India. Having used the Redmi Note 7 Pro for about a month, I'm now pretty sure that the 48MP camera on the back of the phone is what this phone will be remembered for. But ironically, the 48MP photos is also the weakest link in an otherwise fantastic package. The design and the performance of the Note 7 Pro especially stands out, and you should have no reason to think twice before buying this one, provided you get your hands on one in one of these flash sales. So that's all that we had to share with you about the Redmi Note 7 Pro today. Let us know what you guys think about the phone in the comment section below, and for more videos like this, stay tuned to Digit.in.